do it.
All right, this is Team Pennsylvania. I got Peter Frantz and Justin Nordstrom with me, and we're playing against Team California as the United States. So let's get our first W of the U.S. Cup.
Right. Let's hope for some good cards. Here we go. Okay.
Not bad.
Um, so got decisions to make.
I think we should hold containment.
Uh,
I would
yeah.
that would be my first inclination also, headline Middle East.
Uh, did I spell your names right, guys?
Yep.
Yep.
Man, I'm torn.
You like containment?
I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do like it, but I, yeah, I think you're right though. Um,
We have a lot of ops anyways. I mean, if we get purged, it's getting purged, but we still have three up, four three ups, and a four up.
all right. Well, for the sake of time, this is our setup, I'm guessing,
Yep.
Yep.
and we'll headline Middle East. Um, One thing to think about while their clock is running, if we do get purged, is it worth playing containment?
Well,
Like
think about it this way: if we get purged and we don't event containment, then we can't space Korean War.
Mhm.
We basically have to hold Korean War. Because
Right.
even if they don't win the Korean War, like we don't get to take South Korea if we're purged.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'd probably event containment if we get purged. I think that's okay.
Yeah, my concern was more like, oh, okay, okay, creating scoring cards. It's a good
So I
trait.
think one thing that might be important to think about is um, how we're going to spend Suez, because we have to spend Suez, and we probably want to do it before we put anything in France.
True. Well, now that Europe is scored, I feel like, and we have special. I kind of feel like just putting up, and we know that they don't have Nasser.
Hey,
Oh,
they did
okay. Well,
have purge though.
okay. All right. Um, so now containment becomes our attempted hold card. Am I right about that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with that.
So I agree with what Josiah is saying. Are you folks, well, one thing to think about is, do we play around duck in Malaysia? I know Josiah and I often joke about this, but um, my instinct would be to put one in Malaysia. Do we do something like, oh, well, actually, now that I think about it, we have to, we probably want to hold Suez for blockade, right?
Probably.
That
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
And that means eventing Warsaw.
Yeah, but we have NATO, so there's no particular rush on that.
Right.
Why is there any particular reason to hold Suez instead of Warsaw for a blockade?
Um, Warsaw, we're going to want to event that anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm in,
think yeah.
we play Warsaw no matter what, right? Especially where we haven't seen Indy Reds.
Yeah. So I think the two options that spring to my mind are cooing Iran with NATO or going to Malaysia to South Korea, since we're going to be spacing the war.
I do like spacing the war. I do like playing into Malaysia. Um,
I
uh,
I would be leaning towards the coup if it was just me, but I do want to ask before we just jump to conclusions, why would we space the war and not event it?
Uh, because Asia scoring is the only scoring that's left, and so if we lose the war, we're put into a really precarious position before the scoring card. Whereas if we space the war and just take Korea, there's a decent chance that Asia scoring will come before the war comes back.
I suppose I always like lower stakes for the war though. If Korea does come back and we've already taken it and haven't seen Japan, for example, or used it for ops somewhere else, then it could be dicey. But I guess both ways are equally valid. But I would totally be for a coup here of Iran. Just
Oh, interesting. So even if it means giving up, we haven't seen either of the D cards, so that would mean giving up access to Southeast Asia.
potentially, yeah. I mean, we would get Western Asia, or more likely to get Western Asia if we get in here. So that
So
would be that would be my gut anyway.
like if we don't coup Iran and they move into Pakistan, we're not planning on coupping Pakistan, right?
Good point.
So that's why I was thinking to Malaysia. Like normally I would hold on to NATO to coup Pakistan, but since we don't have IP war, we could maybe just use NATO to be protected from the duck line. And then, but yeah, Justin, what do you think we should do?
If I was playing this on my own, I would event Warsaw, then put one in Malaysia and two in Egypt. That's what I would do. It's probably the most conservative play that anyone could imagine, but that's what I'd do. I mean, on the other hand, Middle East just scored, and AI war is probably a better headline than an empty Europe, but I wouldn't take the chance. So that would be my line of play.
I'll
Or
just
maybe
I'll just put that out there that I like South Korea more than Egypt. How do you feel about it, Peter?
Uh, my inclination is always to event Korean War when it's just one U.S. influence.
Okay.
But I think another thing in favor of the coup of Iran is this is the dream scenario for getting milops here. Like
right.
one USSR influence in Iran is probably going to be our best bet of getting milops.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, my thought is like we're going to be able to coup. I mean, if we move into Malaysia, we're going to be able to coup Iran next turn no matter what, unless they do like duck Panama. But if they, yeah. All right. Well, let's, Peter. I'm willing to be persuaded. So you think if it was just you playing, you would coup Iran with NATO right now?
That would be, yeah, that's what I would do.
I think that's what I would do too. And then, yeah. So let's do
All
it.
right. Well, that was
Oh,
But we got our milops though, so like we're set for the turn.
I mean, kind of. That's still gross.
Well, they didn't roll particularly well either, so I guess there's that.
So one consideration is just that like it's good to space, right? So I mean, as much as I understand like lowering the stakes of the Korean War, if we do take South Korea, all right. Well, never mind then. I guess spacing isn't as important now.
Yeah, I know you guys conflict with me on this, but I think eventing the Korean War here would be my play. But of course, it's a team game, so I'm willing to be persuaded otherwise.
Justin,
Well,
how does one Malaysia, two South Korea sound to you?
that sounds awesome to me. That's my vote.
Let's do it.
That's my vote. We also know that they don't have any D cards, right? Because if they did, they would prioritize that over space. So we know we're getting Thailand.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
Although we are going to have to coup again if we take Thailand.
Right,
You
but
hear what I'm saying?
they can't move into. I mean, at least we'll get to coup Iran rather than Iraq, most likely.
Sure.
I think we go with this.
Yep.
Oh, we already did. Never mind.
I thought you agreed. Well, back to while their clock is running, back to Josiah's point. If our goal is to hold containment, and I think that's a good goal. How then do we use Suez? Do we want to put two into Egypt? We could do like two Egypt, one Thailand on our next AR. and then use the rest of our special and 5-year plan in order to try to fill up as much of Southeast Asia as we can.
And the reason we're not going to Egypt, 1 Lebanon is because Middle East has already scored, I take it?
Well,
And
no, it's
Asia isn't, right? That's why we're
well,
going Thailand instead of Lebanon?
I mean, I wouldn't put one into Lebanon at DEF CON 3.
Okay, good to know.
What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, I'm asking literally to learn. I'm not asking to like probe or
Yeah,
contrast lines or anything like that. That makes sense to me. What you just said about the DefCon 3.
well, that's wow. Okay. Whoa, not what I expected.
I guess they
Um,
don't want us to coup Iran. Yeah.
so that's an interesting approach. Well, one is, I mean, so we could do one Lebanon.
What if we did?
Oh, yeah,
Can't we take Asia Dom this AR?
yeah,
Yeah, we
definitely.
could if we wanted to.
Yeah, I like taking Dom.
But then we are open to France, them taking France.
Well, then we could use special. Oh, they just broke West Germany. I am so sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. So, I mean, I don't think there's a huge rush for Asia. We could go two here, but that makes Suez harder. Um,
Yeah, Suez is going to be a pain now.
I
So,
mean,
so do we abandon holding containment?
we might have to. That was a good plan on their part. Two France, one. I guess we could just event and repair.
Could we do 2 Thailand, 1 France, and threaten Asia scoring? Like how I does that just seem like poor play? Like would they just take France and be happy to be dominated in Asia for France?
With another Asia scoring coming and Europe already gone, I don't know if that would be their. I mean, happy is not the word I would use for them in that situation. But if they want to
Yeah,
spend the 4 up to take France, I mean, that also, if they do that though, that also makes Suez less painful for us.
Okay,
right. Except we don't have a point adjacent to Israel, so that's still tricky. But you're right. I'm okay with this. You guys okay with this?
yeah, I
I'm okay
like
with it.
this.
Forces them to use a 4-op. Truman's still out there. I think they're just going to take Pakistan, is what I think they're going to do.
Probably.
Man, they had RSP and defectors and
They went
didn't
with.
play it. Well, I'm glad about that. Um, all right, so folks, we're going to have to take a meaningless coup at some point, right? In
Probably,
Iraq.
yes.
When do we want to do that? One option here is this. Um, because then we can basically play Suez. We'd have to give up point in France, but Suez becomes playable.
Yeah.
Play that Space Korean War and either discard Suez or space it. Or no, sorry, discard Suez or event and repair it, hoping to keep containment. What do you guys think about this?
I like this. I think this is a good move. They
Just
might coup us, and if they do, it's kind of unproductive for
yeah,
them
if
because
they
of
coup
Nasser.
us, absolutely. If they coup us, then fantastic.
Okay,
Josiah, you okay with this?
I'm okay with this. Commit.
The only question then becomes how do we lower DEF CON?
We're
They
gonna
might do it for us.
Yeah, but if they don't,
we're gonna have to coup Iraq with
with what?
Suez. Yeah.
So that gives them an empty France then. We might just have to play containment.
What if we play Suez now then instead of doing this?
Well, then we lose presence in the Middle East.
Can we go to Egypt? Um,
Where one?
no enough.
No, I mean, to Egypt, one
If we
Lebanon.
no, if we do that, they're going to have opportunity to take France for 3, and I think that's too cheap,
Okay.
right?
All right. So we're back to two and E. Or you want to do one Lebanon, one France, but then they coup Lebanon. Then what do we do?
But
Yeah,
I,
no,
I
I
kind
think
of
I
like
think Plan
that.
A is the best. Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry, you like?
I just like this because France is a little stronger, and I all I care about is presence in the Middle East. Like
In
I
here.
don't care about like if they dominate us. I just want to secure presence, and so one in Lebanon's cheaper than two into Egypt.
But then if they coup Lebanon, then what do we do? We still need to drop DEFCON and we're out of the Middle East.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I like the Egypt play better. It also gives us access to Libya before them.
Okay, all right. Well, let's
saying?
just
Yeah,
commit to something.
I think that's my vote too. Yeah.
Those guys are a little quicker than we are.
Yeah, they are. Do you want to space Korean War now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Okay, point. Yeah, so I think if they don't lower DEFCON, then our job is event Suez and coup Iraq with it.
Well, isn't the fact that France is empty going to take a little bit of pressure off of the whole DEFCON 4 situation?
It does
You're
let them
thinking that,
coup Thailand though, but yeah, I see what you're saying. I was thinking that too.
oh, I see what you're saying. So they might then, on their first AR of turn two, take France instead of cooing Thailand.
Yeah, or I'm just saying that we'll get. Well, I guess no, that really isn't ideal because then we might not get mill ops. Yeah. The good thing is that France being as weak as it is giving them some pause.
Yeah. I mean, Thailand, if we do, I mean, it's like you're kind of damned if you, damned if you don't. If we do spend the three ops from Suez to coup,
We're
then
weak to decall. We can't defect decall.
we to
We
decall
can't defect
or
decal anyways. Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
but we're gonna get interesting. All right. Well, do you want to coup Iraq and then event and repair Suez?
Yeah.
I think that's best. Yeah.
It does give them Lebanon with their one op, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I can live with that.
All right, so coup Iraq. Another terrible coup roll. That's fine. So I'm thinking with the three from Suez, we put two into France and one into Thailand.
Probably.
That sounds right to me. That makes us the most insulated against decall.
Right. They can still flip Thailand, but so we'll resolve this, yes?
Yep.
Now, technically, they could still take either one. They could still take France with de Gaulle, and they can still take Thailand
China card.
with decal on the China card. It means they can't take Thailand with Vietnam. So I'm
Yeah.
okay with this. All
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Well, I vote for containment because Marshall doesn't protect France, right?
Nope.
So you okay with containment? It gives us one, two, three, four, five, or six ops.
Fine by me.
If that's the play.
Let's do it.
I'm just so
Six
relieved. I'm so relieved we drew Truman.
six ops if we don't use UN with something.
Oh yeah, and us
Right.
drawing UN really increases the likelihood that we'll maybe get a free Japan or something.
Oh, good point. Well, there goes Thailand. But we can fight it. We can fight Southeast Asia.
Yeah, a little bit. Depends where they spew their ops. But if they do take Thailand here, they're either not putting anything in Africa or they're going to let us coup.
Right. I'm guessing one South Africa, one Thailand, one Laos, one Indonesia. Or maybe one Algeria, one South Africa, one Laos, one Thailand.
I would imagine that their decision is going to be impacted, like whether or not they have IP war will probably dictate their decall. I could be wrong about that, but
They might go to Tunisia also if they think we're going to get Milops anyways, with them taking Thailand.
I always forget about that.
so are we planning on holding Vietnam revolts? Or no,
No,
we're
no.
trying to get ops out
I
of
think we're
it.
holding anything, right?
Okay.
Because of
I
UN.
mean,
Oh, so then
I
should
think we hold VR to our last action round just for the usual reasons, but also because we can discard it to blockade.
okay. Okay, cool.
Right.
And then
Right.
do you guys prefer spacing Nasser or eventing Nasser?
Good question. Um, I think in this situation, it's our only space card. So, although I normally like to get it out of the deck, um,
If we
I
can get to space first, I kind of like spacing it. If we don't get to space, or like if they make, well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the fact that we're tied on space, I kind of leaning towards spacing Nasser.
yeah. Peter, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like spacing Nasser. The only thing is, we don't really have a second card to space here, so it's not going to get us any points if we do. But I still think it's better than playing it.
Sure.
I also think at some point here we should get back in Israel because,
Yeah, we're one coup
things are going
away
to
from.
get bad. I mean, they might coup us out right here. I mean, I think that taking Thailand is probably the best, but them cooing Egypt right here is also
Yeah,
pretty dang good. I'm just gonna,
I agree with that. In fact, if that happens, I'm not averse to eventing Marshall. Um,
to get into
Syria.
no, well, to get to
Turkey.
Turkey, but also, okay, it's not going to matter. That's what they're going to do. They're going to coup. Oh, they don't coup.
No, they're taking Thailand, of
Uh,
course.
all right, I see
But
what
now
they're.
they do have a path back into Libya, which I thought they might go for.
All right, so here's just an option. Um, no, we don't need all three. We only need two.
But getting one into Libya,
Something like that.
It's not bad. Think they'll just coup Libya, but I don't know.
it depends if they hold Asia scoring, I suppose. Although they'll probably just coup Libya. Okay, so then maybe we should go to Libya and then fix Asia.
We
Mm,
could do that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot you're under containment. Yeah, I like this.
Commit.
Commit. And so I think we're going to find out if they have the Asia scoring card right now. Um,
So Truman can give us France and West Germany in one fell swoop if once we get like pressured into using him.
Mhm.
If they coup here, I think we should use independent Reds to take Angola and Algeria straight up.
Yeah, that's a great strategy.
I'm happy with that.
It would be fantastic if their decall didn't give them any battlegrounds in Africa.
I actually would
Yeah.
also like to consider putting one into Burma to put some pressure on them since Asia hasn't
Yeah.
scored yet.
Mm-hmm.
One- one-
Yep. Also good.
Although sometimes, poking the bear, they just take the battleground and then you're like, oh, data point. But, depending on their op situation. So, yeah, so holding containment definitely put us in a very precarious position with France and the Middle East. But I think that we're also going to reap the rewards of holding containment this turn.
Yeah.
That was okay. I thought they might do something like that. Okay.
Afghanistan and Angola. All right. Oh, I see what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, Josiah, you had talked about Burma to threaten that. So we could do something
Why don't we go? Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
like that.
That gives them a good coup target, but then we get India if they take it.
Right.
So I don't mind
And
that.
the
Seems
way
good to
they've been
me.
playing, the way they've been playing is that they don't have, they're going to continue to place influence. I guess the question is, do we take India, knowing that they likely have the war?
I don't think they're going to let us. Let's see.
No, you're right. They
You guys
don't.
want to break Thailand with Marshall? What are the cards looking like? There's still some four ops out there, right? NTB.
Let me see.
U.S., Japan, and nuclear test ban are still around.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind eventing Marshall, but the other possibility is if we give up our space shot, Nasser gives us, or UNing Nasser isn't terrible. But wait, we have. Well, how are we going to use UN? Are we going to try to hold it? Like, what's the idea?
I don't think we should try and hold it. I mean, we might not get to if they blockade us anyways.
Right.
What
So
about?
if we use UN and they blockade us, we have an empty action round. We have to use UN for ops, don't we?
I think
That's true.
And
Are you guys going to want to event Marshall or not?
Probably.
I actually kind of like possibly Josiah's plan, depending on how they go about this, just jamming into Thailand, because I think that could produce fruit as well. Not necessarily not this turn. I don't think.
I like
they might
what
just
you
give
just
up
did.
on
Yeah,
Asia.
using UN for ops, I think, is something I'm happy to commit to at this point.
Yeah. I like what you did before, but like keeping that in mind.
No,
probably
they're going to coup Algeria here. But let's not let them get an easy coup on Algeria. Or is Panama more important than Algeria?
No, they don't have Panama, and they do have access to Algeria.
Okay.
So you're thinking of this?
I like this.
I like this. Yeah.
The other thing is, yeah, okay, so we do. I like the Philippines. Is there a scenario where we space Vietnam?
Yeah.
Well, okay. We'll do this. We'll do this. I'm gonna put in a plug here for eventing Marshall if we can.
I mean that's going to make Truman way more flexible, so that's one thing I like about it.
That's definitely the ideal. I think if they give up on Asia, which they may not, okay, they're just going to coup here. Makes sense. Okay. So now that changes things a little bit.
Do we event Marshall, or
I
do
like
you?
eventing Marshall here. I think
I'm fine with
Um,
it. If you guys both like it, you should do it, and not, and we should commit.
what would
Yeah.
you do, Josiah?
I'm. No, no, no. I like this fine enough. Yeah.
What do you want the last?
But what about getting one into Israel?
yeah, that's also important.
Is it?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty important because I mean, we
Well,
want it gives us access to both Jordan and Lebanon for one thing. It forces them to respond by going to Lebanon and gives us more flexibility in the Middle East. But I think Marshall's got to be the is the best play here.
Okay,
Are
let's
you
do
guys
it.
okay with the extra point in Canada?
That's fine
Something
by
like that.
me.
Does this look good to you, Peter?
Yep. I think
So
they
the
don't have Asia, and they thought we might have Asia, and they just kind of gave up on it.
okay. So the plan is still Space Nasser, and then we knew they had that card. It was their only known card.
Okay, Lebanon's less valuable now.
Space Nasser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, that's double space.
Oh, so we could space Vietnam.
Yeah, although I kind of like
We could take Taiwan with Vietnam
well,
as
we're not
well.
spacing Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Okay,
So we got two ops.
Vietnam.
yeah,
Vietnam.
Our options are we haven't seen the war. We could. We also haven't seen de Gaulle.
yeah. I like one to France for sure.
We want one France, one UK to put us on Europe Dom.
I like Vietnam.
Yeah, I kind of do too. It means they can event Europe in the headline. So that's definitely an
But
option.
Asia scoring is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It means we'll lose Vietnam most likely. Yeah, like Peter, are you okay with this, or what would you like to do with our last op?
Do you want to do two France?
You said you would also do two France.
Yeah, maybe.
You like two France?
I definitely like one France. I don't know how I feel about Vietnam. I think we're probably going to get U.S. Japan with UN out. I also like UK sometimes because of special. If it comes back, gives us another free op somewhere. But I don't know how urgent that is. And of course, Israel, as Josiah was saying. I like Israel.
Yeah, we they did dump the war, so we could play Israel. But now that we have two countries in the Middle East, I'm less excited about Israel. Um,
I think that
I guess
after Vietnam, my second preferred is the second in France.
yeah, I'm gonna vote for two France.
Okay, that's fine. This is fine for now. I do want to say that because of us being confined to Western Middle East, if Muslim revolution comes along, we're in trouble if we don't get back in
Right.
Israel.
Oh, do you
That's
think that
true.
they might put four in Israel?
No, no, I don't. I'm not worried about that. I just don't want to like be
We've
stranded
got,
there.
we've got Camp David, and
Yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead with this. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
we know we have they're holding two cards, one of which is probably De Gaulle. Okay. Oh, all right. Interesting.
Asia decall and destall. That's really nice.
It's both good and bad. We're at double space, so that's nice. If we dump Asia, is there any? The only card would be a redrawn Vietnam.
Yep.
All right, they have the ops this time. That's for sure.
Peter, what are their known cards?
Let me confirm here. Asia, we have Asia, Truman, Fidel, Destall, and Olympic. Those were our redraws, right? They have
We
East
didn't
European
redraw
unrest.
Truman.
Oh, Truman is out. So do we get another card, or is that is just those four? Okay, let's just. These are the cards I think they have, but let's make sure they're not in our hand. East European unrest, U.S. Japan, Romanian, De Gaulle, Indo-Pakistani, and yeah, NTB.
And Asia's a known card. They know we have it.
Yes,
But the only way they get it is if they redrew Vietnam.
right.
They held two cards. So the likelihood that they have that is pretty slim. I mean, the other thing is, if we know that they've got De Gaulle, I mean, do we just event RSP?
I that's what I was thinking we would do. It puts us in a very low and ops poor position.
But otherwise, France, if they event De Gaulle, then France goes down to 5-4-3-1. So I think that they would use their 2 4-ups to try and take France. So I guess the idea is that, the premise is that RSP helps
I
us.
like Purge because I think it increases the likelihood of them giving Japan.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
think I think if we play Purge, they're not getting Asia scoring no matter what happens. So I think that's fine.
Yeah. All right. You like?
And they're not going to take France either.
All right.
They might just like score Europe right here.
Yeah. No, we don't know they have it though.
I know.
But I think they.
I'm saying like a good scenario for us would be if they just
Oh,
like
that was great. But I think they could though.
Yeah, I think they could too because Angola is way too important right now.
Yeah. Guessing like a ineffectual Algeria coup. Although
Probably.
I mean, it's still 3 ops. So.
There you go.
There it is. And flip it. That sucks.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
pretty gross.
yeah. So we do
How
that.
how long do you guys want to play the are they or are they not going to play Japan? I guess the longer we wait, the more likely they
can
are
we
to
do
give it
France
to us.
Israel instead of France UK?
Yes.
Yeah,
Unless the only downside of that is if they've got Europe, they just event it for nothing.
I think they
Okay.
would have done that
Oh,
there
right. They
maybe if they
can't
had,
take
but
Israel because they're purged. I'm sorry.
yeah, they can't take
I'm
it.
just a little shook from the Libya coup. I like this
In-
idea. I'm willing to commit to this if you
yeah,
guys are.
Yeah,
I'm. I mean, even if they give us Japan, it's just 1 point.
right. Well, that's what I was saying.
Uh,
Like we could just drop Asia,
yeah.
but I think getting that 1 point is also pretty
I
good.
think our
So
priority has to be
Spacing.
just getting rid of all of this garbage that we have in our hand.
Yeah.
right. Hopefully get double space if they fail. They're probably going to space U.S. Japan would be my guess.
Do you? I guess the question is, are they going for me? Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, see, I thought that might happen too. So, I think we might. It might be worth giving the China card somewhere in this turn, just as a.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, the one thing we can't do is take Japan because that gives them a free 4-up.
Yep.
We can flip Indonesia and poke India.
Can we space first? Is that okay? Because
Yeah.
if they space Japan, then we know that we could just take Japan.
Sure.
Right.
That works
Space
for me.
decall.
I mean, they might overprotect Indonesia. That's the only problem with.
But they'd have to be able to protect both Vietnam and.
And then we could space D-stall immediately after that.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm
I
fine
think that's
with
worth it.
spacing. I'm fine with spacing.
Hey, our ability
Nice.
to roll low knows no bounds. Our only ops to really use are AI War, I guess. Oh, so they space.
Oh, that was an unknown card.
Okay, so we don't get a
They
second.
want us to give them Asia before they play their big 3-op. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. We don't get to space again, so I guess we're giving everything except for D-stall, right? Or we hold Fidel and D-stall and give the China card?
I thought that we had to give the China card to stop Asia Dom.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we probably should, is what I'm saying.
No, we do not need to do that. Take Taiwan.
We're no longer under
Okay.
containment.
Yeah, that's okay. We can put those two in there, right?
It's doing it, but we'd have 1, 2. Oh wait, no, they'd still get one. They'd still have 4 battlegrounds for our 2. Never mind.
Well, we can stop domination if we take Taiwan.
Right. Which is
But not-
annoying.
Yeah.
but I think
I
we have
could
to do
live
it
with
anyway.
that, though. I mean, I could live with not giving China, taking Taiwan.
Yeah, I think this is okay. And giving Arab Israeli before we put anything back in Israel is also wise.
What I was thinking. All right, because they already have
The upside
now.
of taking Taiwan is that we don't have to worry about them flipping Laos. It won't matter.
And and the Korean War that you guys chose to put back in the deck is a little less appetizing for them,
Even
also.
better, even better.
Okay, that's okay.
I
Also,
guess
the
the only
two in
downside.
Egypt just saved us from the war
Yeah,
there.
two
That was pretty
points.
nice.
Okay, so I also want to take Mexico.
Yeah, kind of feeling like we're gonna have to give the China card. I don't know. Uh,
Well, the fact that we have to play Asia before Cambridge is very tricky. Do they know? Is Cambridge a known card? It's not, right?
it is. I don't
No,
think it is.
Okay, well that's
but
a blessing at least. Oh, I think we have to give Fidel.
That's
yeah, we
annoying.
definitely have to take Fidel. Yeah. What are their other Peter? They have AI or sorry, IP War. That's a one up for them. What
East
else do
European
they?
unrest and U.S. Japan, and one other card we don't know.
Two up. I mean, they could do like dickish stuff of trying to take Laos or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we'll be fine on battlegrounds at that point. It'll be 3-3. So.
You guys want to get rid of Austria?
Oh no, it won't be. Oh damn it!
Do you have a preference about the third?
I think Yugoslavia is better. It gives them they don't get access to Greece that way.
Okay, we'll go with that. I think the red's a free card for them, but that's no big deal.
Yeah, it's one up.
Okay, that's probably what I would have done. One Mexico, one Taiwan.
What about Israel over Mexico?
Okay, yeah, good point.
Nasser
I
comes
mean,
back, we're in trouble.
neither one of them is time sensitive, but something like that. All right, I'm good with that. You guys all right
Okay.
with this?
Yep.
Yeah. So now it's. Right. So now if they do break something, like if they, but we know one of their cards is a one. What do we know? Two of their cards or just the one?
Japan and
IP.
Indo-Pakistani War.
So a Japan flip of Laos. I mean, that gets shitty.
Yeah.
Then we just give the China card.
Yeah, I don't hate giving the China card, especially since we also want to take Mexico. But I don't know if we can do everything.
We can't do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we were in that position with Suez. We're we've definitely had to make tough choices already.
Yeah, this has been a tough game. Not
Tougher than the last one.
You're right. You're right, Peter.
Or Team DC.
I think of that as just like getting your bad luck out of the way during a friendly game.
Right. If they give us Japan, what's that? Is that a 4-point Asia Dom if we don't break it?
That's what I was wondering. Right now, it's still 2 points their way. Oh, they
Oh
had
my
one.
goodness.
Well, that it's kind of
Suck.
okay, but not at the same time.
Not really okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So
Okay.
now, is that 5 points? What's
So
Asia
now-
right now?
Right now, Asia is 7 points.
Oh yeah, we don't want to give that for sure.
Could we jam? Oh, they have IP war. Oh no.
They do have IP war.
Yeah, we can't jam India. That doesn't even do enough.
Enough.
We have to flip and hold Laos, right? As sad as it is.
We have to overprotect Laos.
I think
Yeah,
so.
because
Otherwise,
they're
they
gonna
flip
they
it
would
with
flip it
Japan.
back with U.S. Japan. Yeah.
All right. Where would you like to put our extra meaningless influence?
South Korea. Maybe not South Korea. What do you,
Yeah, it's pretty meaningless.
That sucks. We give up the China card, and we don't have any presence in Central America,
Yeah.
and we lose 4 points. But we hold D-Stall, which I like.
And also,
Um,
if they get junta, they're going to use it in Mexico instead of taking South America, so that's a
But
plus.
they wouldn't bet if it was in the headline, they wouldn't get the coup, which is, possibly an okay thing. If we get a coup card.
Yeah, I think that South Korea is weird. Or, I mean, if you're worried about the Korean War being even better for them, but I feel like them poking South
It's
Korea
the
is.
only yeah. But this is one of those situations where I'm like, this is why. Okay, I've had my soapbox moment long enough.
No, no, yeah, I mean, as long as we're soapboxing, we should have put that one in Vietnam.
no, to be honest though, we beat them to space, so that I think is yeah. We Oh, I see what you're saying, Josiah.
No, no, because if we hadn't gone to France, that De Gaulle would have been awful. So that the
Right.
two in France versus the one in Vietnam, we were in trouble either way. We just needed one more
Yep.
op.
Yeah, the redraw of Cambridge was really annoying. Um,
So
yeah.
is the fact we're holding it potentially.
hmm
If they
But
give us US Japan here though, then I'll feel a little bit better about the Korean War. I
uh,
mean, they would need a 6 at that point, I suppose.
sure. I guess it's missile envy protection if they hold it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Shoot, guys, they might go to Cameroon. That's probably what I would do because they know we're holding the scoring card and have to play it. So it puts them on Africa Dom.
Yeah. I was also thinking we didn't have the ops, obviously, but we could have gotten mill ops from Tunisia this turn as well.
Right, right. Yeah, good
Well, we can
point.
still coup Tunisia with Cambridge 5. If
No,
No,
this is our
because
last turn,
Oh, this
last
oh,
AR.
last
so,
AR.
okay, okay.
Well, our priority of making sure they didn't get Asia Dom, I think worked.
Yeah.
Or did it? Did it? Oh no, maybe it didn't.
I mean, the other thing is,
Do they get Dom if they just poke us in like Burma? No, no,
no, because we get Japan. They'd have to poke
right,
us.
right, because of Japan.
They
Right,
poke us with AI work as a purge.
right. IP is what they have.
Yeah, IP and Japan. So
Yep.
maybe they
Yeah,
just
that's
spaced it.
crazy too. Oh man, because like
Oh no, wait, they already spaced.
maybe we should have just jammed India with China, like
Oh,
just YOLO that, like let them roll IP war.
So give them a 1 in 3. No, but that only would have saved us 1 point.
Yeah, no, it's more of a long term Asia idea, but anyway, that's one for the fantasies.
We're making them think. I feel good about that.
So yeah, assuming they don't. Yeah, I guess we're scoring Asia no matter what, huh?
no
Yeah.
choice.
I mean, we could just lose the game. There's always that.
Like, you guys are too good for us. We just back out.
I think they probably are weighing like the point of Japan versus getting into Cameroon. Like they probably want to space Japan, but they probably also want to get into Cameroon, like you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
They go to Cameroon with IP war if they want.
And they've already spaced. I was wrong about that. They've already spaced.
Oh, they could
Now,
go.
like
Good point.
a next level move would be like break France. I hope we don't see break France. Oh,
Yeah, all of the above.
yeah. All right. Well, we save a point. Um, yeah, we need the U.S. Shay. That's a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
U.S. Shay.
It's coming.
Yeah. Rush War, hello.
There we go.
HA is free right now. That's exciting.
I mean, rush for Libya or rush in Panama, Thailand. We've got a lot of rush targets. I kind of feel like that's
Cambridge.
our headline, right?
Rush?
Yeah, because we have no other headline.
Yeah,
I want to
sadly.
give cultural. I want to give Shea. I want to hold Brezhnev. I mean, like,
We don't have a choice. Yeah, we have to brush.
Yeah.
It sucks because
yeah,
I want to brush Venezuela.
Me too. That's what I was thinking. Venezuela. Oh, this is really bad.
Wait, we can brush
oh,
Mexico. Oh no, we can't. Oh yeah, Panama seems like really
Panama's
the
better
most
now.
important
I
thing
mean,
right
it's
now.
the obvious.
yeah. The problem is, all right. Well, let's think this through. If we
Oh no, they could
brush,
take Panama back, right? If
we
they.
take it back, right? Libya also has better odds. Um, and
Thailand feels
that's
like the most important target.
Panama, but then they put two in.
Yeah, they just take it
Yeah.
back.
But then we get the
What do you,
coup. Oh, and they take Venezuela.
Hmm.
right, but I guess they would then just coup Panama. They could probably just coup whatever we brush, but uh,
Yeah, I think I actually like Libya best of these options.
I hate to say it, but I think I do too.
Go ahead then.
Josiah, what would you do? You
Probably
want to do
Thailand.
Panama?
Probably Thailand. But it doesn't
You do
matter.
Thailand.
You guys are in agreement, so we should move forward. I think we should.
Why not? I mean,
It's just so big in the long run. But like, I mean, aren't them headlining Liberation Theology? I mean, they could have CA scoring. Like maybe we need to fight for it.
yeah. All right, Peter. I think your natural instinct is better. I'm now feeling Panama. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean that's also good.
All right. You guys okay with this?
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Would not have mattered. All right. I'm thinking we're going to see some. How do you feel about realigns on
Yes.
Jazz?
Yes.
In Cuba?
Yes.
With cultural, right?
I'm thinking Shea first, then cultural.
I like cultural first.
I mean,
Cultural first.
I like Schaefer's because then we can coup Cameroon if they don't take what is it, Nigeria. However, it's all moot, I guess, if they score CA right away. But I guess they'll probably coup first. Man, cooing Egypt here is also.
Actually, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, right. Cooing Egypt would suck. It also when we roll ones and twos on every single coup, like the universe gets kind of crappy.
Well,
We have a lot of red
we,
cards,
we
so
still
hopefully they have
have
a lot of
Europe.
blue cards.
We still have Europe, you know.
Sure.
We definitely like prioritized Europe.
And prioritize not losing domination in Asia.
Yeah.
It's also good to have Brezhnev, I will say that.
Okay, so our only real space card is D-Stall. What do you guys think about spacing D-Stall without having first seen Salt?
Well, considering they're probably going to get into Venezuela, but you know, I don't mind.
I think they coup here. Yeah, so now we can coup Colombia. All right.
Yay, they got a
So,
one. Yeah, let's coup
right.
Colombia.
What do you think? Shea?
Che's fine
Event
with
Shea?
me. Yeah, I like
Che.
Che more than cultural. You guys are right. I'm wrong.
All right.
Colombia?
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
About to see if we lose 10 points.
If not, do we want Venezuela first, or do we want to realign first? I mean, we probably would take Venezuela if they didn't score it right here.
Okay.
Well, they're not getting points for that. That's good.
Oh.
Dang
oh,
it.
well,
That's gross.
is that cultural? Event cultural?
Yep.
Yep.
Back. Come
Mhm.
on.
2.
All right.
Oh no, 3's
Enough.
worse than 2.
Just enough. What they don't know is that we've got nothing else to do all around with coup Colombia.
Right. I mean, I would like to coup Cameroon, but that's secondary.
The American Shea. So that's not good. Oh, one
Going
up.
with a
coup.
one. All right.
One.
They're trying to.
1.
They can roll here. No, another
That's a
five.
five.
All right, we're going with Comic Con?
Event first.
Sure.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go first. Is there any world in which they take us off Europe Dom? No.
Is this guaranteed to get them out? No. If we roll a 1, then they have
You
Venezuela,
have to
right?
say it out loud. Come on, man.
I'm just trying to remember here.
No, hey, you're preparing for doubling cube Twilight Struggle.
Oh yeah.
Struggle. I can't believe they don't have the doubling cube in Turkey. All right,
Yeah.
let's roll a 6.
Yes!
There we go. I'll take that.
Oh, Captain,
take
my
that.
Captain.
Do it with the China card. We're gonna see a China card coup of Colombia. Let's find out.
Please give us the China card.
I think if I'm them, I just take Nigeria.
Probably.
I generally like to wait on Cambridge 5 as long as possible.
Yeah.
To get back to the question, do you folks want to space desal or do you want to hold it because we haven't seen salt?
Well, like, it really depends on who ends up with Venezuela. If we end up with Venezuela, I want to hold it.
I see. I feel the same.
And if they, get a miracle end up with Venezuela, then I would prefer to space it. Yeah.
I like the idea of spacing here. I'm not going to lie, and I don't see another space card other than D-stall, so I would probably go the other way, but I'm, 2 to 1 is fine if you guys would rather
Well, we
hold
can
it.
also just space Cambridge. I don't see anything wrong with spacing Cambridge.
Oh, I do. I want to. I mean, the way it's looking here, I'm thinking as much as I love prioritizing space as the U.S. and I do love that. We have so many other pressing concerns. Like I'd rather realign. I'd rather get appointed to Jordan.
Fair.
We're probably going to need to. I mean, in a perfect world, we'll take Venezuela and Brazil. So I just think we may not have the opportunity.
And they are giving the China card. What are they doing with it? Yeah, okay.
Mideast Dom and everything
Sure.
else. I don't blame them. That's not bad.
Let's
Indie
save
Red,
some time here. There really isn't much decisions to be made.
Yeah.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's China card, and we played Indie Reds.
We already have our mill ops.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have shit tons of mill ops. Middle East for Dom for them.
So now
All
we're
right, how do you
going
guys
to
feel about
Brazil.
realigning here?
I think if they had Central, they would have played it.
Same.
Right, but we want to realign at some point anyways, don't we? Before they put ops in.
In line with Brezhnev.
Okay.
I like taking Brazil.
Brazil with Cambridge.
Yep.
So I guess the question now, to Peter's point, is do we want to do double realigns, Portuguese and then Brezhnev? Okay, they space fail. So what do you guys think about Portuguese to realign Mexico?
Fine by me.
I like realigning as much as we can. It's 0 everywhere, and we don't have anything to lose other than cards, which we could do something else with.
No luck
Dang it.
there. We got a second crack at it with Brezhnev.
Unless they protect more now.
Hmm.
Well, Lads is looking like a decent headline next turn.
If I'm them, I poke France to prevent realigns, but
And we could poke Mexico, right? Fix and poke Mexico.
Counterpoint to that. Well,
Okay.
I'm just thinking we ignore that and realign Mexico again.
Yep.
That sound good, guys?
So
Sounds good.
just quick question here. Like, since Junta is still out in the deck, is poking better?
Poke Mexico, move to Uruguay.
Just by the virtue of like, if we realign them out, it's so easy for them to just Junta back in. Whereas if we poke, then we can like, oh, well, maybe we'll go into Guatemala, yada yada yada. Feel free to shoot that down. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm still like a realign fan.
Okay, I'm fine by that. With that, what about you, Peter?
Yeah, Peter, break the deadlock.
Oh, he said
Josiah.
realigns, right?
Yeah, I like realigns. I think that's the best.
Okay. Well, our rolls have been shitty, so that. Oh,
There we go.
And I vote Cuba as opposed
Definitely.
to Panama.
Yeah.
All right. Now Central is 2.
And we get
Well,
lone gunman and voice.
and Usuri. Gunmen. Man, what do we do with... I mean... All right, we could bear trap coup. Josiah was talking about lads, but that might be less attractive now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, less attractive now.
I guess I'm kind of voting bear trap.
I like bear trap Kuzair would be my
Bear
thinking.
trap coup Zaire with lads.
Yeah, and then VOA, Nigeria, and Cameroon.
What about
Oh,
bear trap coup Angola and then try to VOA Nigeria, Cameroon, Zaire?
hmm. All right, well let's check this out first. We'll play the bear trap. I mean, they were
Yeah,
all
we're all on
agreed.
board with that, it
Yep,
seems.
yep. Sorry, I should have brought
That's
it up
okay.
later.
Oh, all right.
Good thing we didn't not duck and cover.
Yeah, you're right about that. So see if they pass their roll. That is the only Europe attack card remaining in the game. So
Besides reformer,
yes, yes, a good point.
I mean, nah, it's pedantic. You meant
Dang
within the
it.
mid war.
So they get out. Okay, so now, oh shit, this sucks. Um, what are the 4 ops available?
All three of theirs, ABM, and none of ours.
So this is an option.
But this,
Or
yeah.
I mean, I like this. The other alternative is we could. Josiah, you had asked a question. I'm not going to commit to this, but we get Nigeria, or we get, sorry, Angola on a 2 out of 3 with a duck coup. The problem with that becomes,
They're gonna put one in Zaire if we do that. Like if we coup in, they'll put one in Zaire, so it's no longer
I think
like.
they just realign us out.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so I just want to point out that they could have Europe scoring and Junta. So they didn't headline Junta because they have Europe
Right.
scoring, and then if
Right.
we take Europe, they get to put 2 in Mexico and get the coup.
If they have junta.
Right.
If they have home.
Okay.
We also have VOA, so we can use that in a number of different ways. And we have nuclear subs.
Yes. Okay, so because of nuclear subs, because of nuclear subs, my vote is going to be retake Europe.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'm yeah, open
And
to
I
that for
like
sure.
I like doing it with duck, because then we could use Usuri in Southeast Asia if we wanted. You guys cool with this?
What?
Yep.
Wait. You think we're gonna event shuttle more likely than duck?
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. We could just do it with shuttle.
Yeah. Shuttle's better. Whoops.
Yeah, right. You're right. Shuttle's better. All right. We're okay with that. I'm guessing we just are holding gunmen.
Yeah. Unless after we event nuclear subs they raise the DEFCON.
Salt or something. Okay.
Yeah, or ABM or,
Okay. That's gonna be a Brazil coup, I'm guessing.
probably.
Hey,
Yay.
2 points.
Okay, so we could get 2 out of Cuba here. We have a unique opportunity to empty
We'll see.
Cuba with voice.
All right, here's
Oh.
what I'm thinking though. We coup Zaire first, and then we take
Oh.
out of Nigeria, Cameroon, and Cuba.
It's DEFCON 2.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
can't-
yeah. Nuclear subs, I mean.
Oh no, I like Josiah's play. 2 here and then that.
I think this is okay, but I feel like
I mean, I
I
love
feel like we
getting
could get a tie in Africa and stop them in Central America if we do nuke subs first.
Yeah, I'm not actually crazy about this line.
Oh wait, well, I like. Wait, no, I like getting him out of Cuba because CMC is unseen and we're holding gunmen.
Exactly. But I think we can do that regardless. If we coup Zaire, they might try to realign us. If they fail, we're hoping they fail, of course, then we take Nigeria, Cameroon, and both out of Cuba with VOA, and then that gives us a tie in Africa.
But you keep saying Zaire. We
But
can't choose Zaire.
if we event
With
nuclear
nuke
subs,
subs, we can.
if we event
Okay, but
nuclear
that,
subs, wouldn't
yeah.
is it just like amateur hour for them to put one Zaire, one Nigeria? Like I could see a
Oh yeah, or we
world
keep
where
Cuba
Nigeria
also.
has two influence
Yeah.
in it.
Right, or break France or something. Like there's plenty of ways that nuke subs, is they can stop it being effective. I vote I like the voice play now. Um
Although we might
but
want to hold on to voice in case they have junta.
right, good or RIND, yeah, good point. So you're saying event nuke subs now?
Yeah, I mean we could flip Africa, and they have a 6 point lead right now.
Okay,
Okay, all
I
right.
mean you're winning me over here.
All right, you convinced me.
I'm willing to do this.
They might poke France. I mean that's bad, but I feel like
Sure,
we
but then
could
we can
make the
tear
most
it
of it
to
as well.
Mexico or something,
If they poke anywhere but Europe, then we could get aggressive with voice. Like voice
Good point.
could run offense and defense.
How do you so that changes our math here then, because I'm guessing we would use lads and Usuri and duck all as Africa coup cards, right?
Hmm.
Because normally I'd be like, well, let's use Usuri to flip Vietnam or flip Indonesia, or threaten Thailand.
I mean, yeah,
But now,
Usuri and voice are great as a final AR.
sure. Yeah, good point. But if they're not holding Africa, then yeah, this Peter, I see I'm coming around to your way of thinking. That's good.
I'm not advocating for this by any means, but how do you guys feel about the potential of eventing D-stall during nuclear subs turn? Not advocating for it, just asking the merits of it.
Um,
Chile
Yeah,
is stability 3.
yeah, and I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
If we had the southern half of South America and the northern half of South America was open, I would be more open to the idea.
Yeah. Just if we needed an extra coup or something, but I think they have one stabs in Africa that are not overprotected, so we should be able to take at least two of them. I mean, the Nigeria and Zaire, I would hope.
Yeah. Another way this turn plays out is they just like waste all their ops jamming us over and over again. Like I've done that before and didn't lose those games. I don't know if it's a terrible strategy, but
it makes fun of us.
hopefully I'm just really hoping that they don't only jam us in France because then voice gets like not useful.
I think the France jam is what we're going to see, but that's fine.
Well,
We want
so
to take
if they do jam France, maybe we should try to think about overprotecting France and West Germany, and then
Yeah.
if they jam then Algeria, for instance, then
And
we can
West
use
Germany
voice.
and the UK. I mean, it becomes hard because
Well, I don't mind them jamming the UK.
except it takes us off Dom.
Oh, I see.
We also have both Usuri and the China card, so we can use the China card if we want, and cultural's out, so we have kind of
Right.
control over that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
But I want to like obliterate them in Africa because that's a good scoring opportunity for them right now.
Right. That's true. Yeah, they have a lot
Are
of
we
things.
all in agreement that? Oh gosh, it just seems very unlikely that we get to take Mexico this turn.
Uh, I mean,
Well, I just want to put it out there that, if they draw Junta next turn and we're not in Mexico, but yeah, so
yeah, you're right. Central is a big problem.
If we play our cards right, literally and figuratively, we can take them out of Cuba here, though, and they don't get control.
Love to do that.
that will be super cool if that works out. Yeah.
CMC would be fantastic.
I expect a France jam here, but
Yeah, me too. Oh,
fascinating.
at all.
Do they have? Okay, that's great. That's perfect.
fantastic. Uh,
Zaire? Anybody?
Zaire,
Every?
want to do lads?
Yeah, that's good.
Well, wait. If we're worried about realigns, shouldn't we do duck?
Duck in Nigeria? Well, there's no real line possibility in Nigeria,
No, no,
right?
No,
no.
I
I
think
mean,
it's
if we're
Zaire.
what I'm saying is every op in Zaire counts, doesn't it? If they're gonna just realign us.
But I'm thinking we coup Nigeria first, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I said Zaire, but Nigeria is better.
Now I understand. Yeah. Okay.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay. Makes
Boom,
sense.
boom. I'm confused at why they would coup Colombia unless they have South America scoring here.
Right. If the yeah, that's really weird that they thought that threatening to score SA was more threatening than Europe. That's strange.
Yeah, I would have poked France 100 times out of 100.
Mate, do they might have like 5-year plan in Europe or something. I don't know.
Mm.
Ask our card tracker whether that's still on the deck. Okay, it is. What's our next card, guys?
Definitely duck.
I think Duck is
Here.
probably, yeah.
It's the least flexible card.
Yep. Yep. So I'm guessing, based on what they did, I'm guessing that they don't have Africa or salt, because I would have definitely salted in this situation.
Yeah.
Right, salt for RSP or salt for brush.
Mm-hmm.
So given that, I feel like, if we have a space opportunity on D style, I guess I'm a little more okay with it.
Yeah. Thing is, oh,
And they're going hard on the coup strategy.
And failing.
And failing badly. So now Nasser's a pain in the ass. Sorry if I gave us bad advice before. Zaire coup?
Yeah, like Zaire coup.
yes.
Okay, not a great roll here, so maybe some realigns coming. So if they realign us out, what's our next play?
Oh, I just want to point something out, guys.
Yeah.
Getting adjacency to Pakistan with Usuri is extra value. Like, if we hold China, just putting one into India or Pakistan is worth 2 ops, not just one, because then they have to overprotect.
Now, I get that, but I also feel like I think this is clearly our best play, right?
I think this is best. They would have realigned Zaire there, I think, if they, or
Right.
not, yeah, or
They
flipped it
definitely
if they
have
had a
South
good
America
card.
scoring.
I would rather put a second in Zaire than the one in Zimbabwe, because we could just coup Zimbabwe or even VOA it if we have to.
Yeah, that's okay.
You like taking Uruguay.
Yeah, I definitely like taking Uruguay.
You want a point here?
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is just my inexperience talking, but this is my preference.
No,
No, no.
I see the merits of it. I think it's all right.
I agree. Okay, this is fine.
So voice is next then, yes?
Yeah, and we might be using it in Uruguay. Yo!
Hey, we're using it in Cuba, boys. Cuba, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cuba and Panama?
I would have said Panama before while we were adjacent. I don't know how good it is now.
I like Cameroon, India, personally.
I think I like Cameroon, Indonesia just to flip the and get us one more point for Southeast.
I'm
But
fine with that.
again, be persuaded.
Sounds
Otherwise,
good. Or Panama, because we haven't seen PCR.
I'm not interested in Panama. Are you interested in Panama, Peter?
I'm not that. I would have been if they hadn't taken Colombia, but
All right, that's fine. So they spent, several ARs getting that one presence point.
Oh, I just realized.
What was their hand?
What did you just realize, Josiah?
Oh, I just realized how smart Indonesia was. That's brilliant. I didn't realize they didn't have adjacency. So I was like, really? I prefer India. But now I see, like, they have adjacency to India. They don't have adjacency to Indonesia. That's good.
Omen. Oh, Omen to
The
space.
space.
Space D-style
Yep.
or
Okay.
take.
I mean, what's our other option?
Yeah, he was take Mexico, right? Or
Take Mexico with China, or take Cuba with China.
or take
But
Mexico and Argentina with well, I guess they just scored.
Oh,
So
yeah, actually, wait a minute. I forgot. Yeah, we should be trying to get into Argentina. Yeah.
that did just get scored, but it's
because of Junta, you're thinking?
Yeah, I like Mexico, Argentina, actually, now that I think about it.
actually
But we're holding gunmen. We're holding gunmen.
Yeah,
Using China
I
while
think
we're holding gunmen seems so risky.
I agree. I think we have to space.
yeah,
And
that's
plus,
fine.
Fine.
all right. You get headline peak.
We do get headline peak.
Wow,
And
I just want to say
defectors,
that
Europe.
Uruguay line was so smart.
And we got Cuban Missile Crisis, right? If we want to do something about it.
I mean, I like defectors is great. Although I do love CMC.
I mean,
I like CMC because it protects Africa here.
Imagine a world where they draw ABM and not miss Lenvy,
Right,
though.
right.
If they draw ABM and not miss Lenvy, like defectors is so crucial.
Yeah, I
But
think
if they draw ABM and don't headline it, then they can't coup with it if we play Missile Envy. Or Missile Crisis, I mean.
yeah, they can because they'll go first. Because their headline. Will
No,
have to
I'm saying if they don't headline it. I mean, I guess,
Correct.
yeah, if they don't headline it.
Yeah, I mean the only card I don't even Missile Envy. I mean giving up Egypt hurts, but
We're not headlining Muslim Revolution. I mean, it's just, yeah.
I feel like CMC is the headline unless we see ABM.
Oh, we get to see. Duh. I'm thinking here like.
Well, I
what are
think
we
we're probably
headline?
going to end up defectoring Junta as well, right?
Yes, Junta or any
For
of the
sure.
either of the power cards remaining, right?
Sorry, I totally forgot we had peak.
Me too.
Yep.
You're not alone.
If we did it just as a thought experiment, and man, this is a shitty hand. I would love to get Kennedy out of this, but
Yeah, that would be great. It's a lot of crap cards.
Also, we haven't seen we haven't seen One Small Step. There's a lot of crap here.
4 1-ups.
I also want to point out that because Che is in the discard, I'd like to try to take Africa Dom if possible.
Yeah. I was
Yes.
thinking about that for last turn if we'd played the China card, but I think it's better not to play the China card.
Yeah.
I like cooing Southeast African states like as soon as possible.
Love that. I love that play. What are we thinking about? We're going to space Muslim. So the cards that are really problematic, obviously, are our 3 Soviet one-ups. Ooh. Okay. That's one our way. So headline CMC?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the idea would be to hold defectors through the reshuffle, right?
Yes. If we can't, I mean,
Wait,
I think
wait,
Lone
wait,
Gunman's
wait,
gonna
wait,
be
wait,
held
wait.
if they don't give us Kennedy.
What if we headline gunmen?
They
No,
take Africa back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I want to headline CMC and play Gunman.
Okay.
They can't
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gosh. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. You guys are so good at this game.
No.
I'm so glad
would not
to
say
be
that,
on your
but-
team.
Here we go, and that's commit. And so, Peter, your Indonesia play got us a point. Congratulations.
I was hoping for 2, but 1 is better than nothing.
Take 1, right? So I think if they have Africa, they play it now and give us 1. Because there's nothing else they can do with their ops, right? Like they're kind of fucked, unless they jam something or whatever. Because now there's really nothing they can do.
Or they play Junta here.
Playing
into
here was
Cuba.
or Mexico.
Argentina, I would assume.
Well, they want to coup with it. I mean, I would guess Cuba.
Oh yeah, Junta into Cuba. Yeah,
Interesting.
we can realign it, but
Yeah.
great.
But I don't think play deck allows you to like play Junta, take the ops out, and coup in the same turn.
Correct. If you're playing it over the table, we would be able to do that. Right. So the only card we really don't want to see is Junta.
Yeah, even
I think
ABM
that
here
Kitchen
tolerable.
Debates is completely even, unless Formosion or like if Taiwan doesn't count, I think we're -1. Otherwise, I think we're even.
It doesn't count. We lost when we flipped Laos.
Okay, then I
But
think
it's a
we're
good
minus
one.
1.
Okay, so if we take, say, Mexico, or Mexico and where do you guys think about? We don't really have the ops for it, but in general, what is your thought on the U.S. taking Cuba?
Um, it
Aren't
makes me a little nervous
we can't
after
space 2 ops anymore, right?
right
Right.
after the 2-op.
Like we're already at that point, right? We can't. We have to space 3 ops
Correct.
now.
So I
Correct.
kind of want to. Well, yeah, I know what you're saying.
But we're gonna get rid of gunmen as well.
We're
So
gonna get rid of them. Um, and I'm guessing we're gonna try to hold China.
Yes.
mm-hmm. Yep.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
they have a pretty iffy hand over there. Just guessing.
Don't have anything to do with it. Maybe they've got OPEC and they'll fill up Saudi Arabia and Iraq. Or maybe they've got junta and they're deciding between Mexico and Cuba.
They're
Oh, there we go.
That's what they're thinking about.
Oh, all right.
That we could take Cuba now.
We
That'd be
could
so
take Cuba now.
that'd be so fun. And then we get 2 free coups.
Well, we get 2 free coups no matter what.
Well, I think
No,
Peter's
but not
saying
if they
that they
put
could
into-
de-stall into Cuba.
Well, I guess yeah, if they did that, we would still get 2 free coups, couldn't we?
I guess my preference here would be event gunman now
Yeah, probably.
and coup. Well, do we coup it? We don't have to coup with it.
No,
Or we could
I would
coup
overprotect France if we're
I
gonna.
think we do coup with it because they're going to get a coup if we don't coup with it,
Okay.
Well, but they
right?
de-stall before they take that coup, though.
Right, but
So
if we don't coup, then we'll drop. If we don't coup, it'll stay 4. We coup next turn, it'll go down to 3, and then they do get a coup.
Or do we just score Europe now?
I like playing gunman now because they don't get to coup with it. We can coup Angola or something.
Yeah. Josiah, what are your thoughts?
Whew, I have steam coming out of my ears. I guess I'm worried about them de-stalling into Mexico and Cuba.
Yeah, me too.
I think, if we right, wouldn't that be very much a problem, or even Mexico and Argentina?
So, oh wait, now Peter, I'm kind of thinking that Peter's right. What if we just did this?
So I think I'm okay with this. I can live with this. So they de-stall into Argentina,
Which has been
yeah.
scored.
and in
And we can
Indonesia.
something anyway. Yeah, I kind of like this.
Okay, I'm fine with this. Peter,
If they've got,
is
they
this
can
ideal
always
for you,
put.
or what do you?
Yeah, I like this. I think gives us 2 free coups.
Okay,
Lets us get rid of gunmen.
seems good to me. It looks like it turns on
Right.
kitchen too.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
I must have miscounted.
I'll probably turn it off as soon as they take. Are there anything? There's nothing left that would allow them to lower the DEF CON, right?
Yeah. Junta.
We will bury you.
Well, but they can't right now. We will bury you. Yeah, that would do it.
But not enough to bring it to 2. I mean, we could still event gunman.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think that, and the more I think about it, I think that was right. We also don't need to. One thing to bear in mind is we haven't seen Missile Envy, so when we give them gunmen, they'll know we've got Muslim Rev. It's not a disaster, because all we'll lose is Egypt, but
I kind of like getting Europe scoring out of our hand before we event gunmen, if possible.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
I don't like that too. Now that we took Cuba, I think we can afford to do that.
Yeah.
In hindsight, should we have given more thought to China card cooing Thailand? I don't think so.
Nah. I think we should take Indonesia though before Decall gets shuffled back in.
Okay.
But not urgent, but something I'd like to do.
They might de-stall into it right now.
It's true.
Yeah. And
We
we could
still have
just
the
kill it.
advantage for the time being, but yeah.
The other good thing about playing the China card is it lets us hold some of these really shitty Soviet one-offs, hoping that we'll get Kennedy.
What are
Either that
we?
they'll give it or draw it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Josiah.
Should we like? So let's say that they destall two into Argentina, one into Indonesia, one into Cameroon. How do we respond to that?
Event gunman and coup.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, didn't expect that. Um, so we talked about eventing Europe here. Did anything they do change that? Are they going to try to realign us out of Cuba?
I'm fine with it if they want to do that.
Yeah, if they want to try that, that's fine. I would go with Europe, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, we're just gonna let them take Mexico?
We don't have a lot of ops here, and then we have pressing things. I mean, we could, I guess,
Could
coup
we
it with lone
defectors
gunmen.
into Mexico?
Yeah, we could. Or we could Muslim Rev, and it means we can't space this round. But we could Muslim Rev, repair Egypt, take Mexico.
There's also South America Dom on the table right now.
Right, but it's scored. And we
So
still
I
have
mean, so is
OAS.
Middle East. I guess what I'm saying is I like Argentina more than Egypt.
Oh,
Sadat is
okay.
in our hand. Egypt is leaving anyways, right? I mean, sort of.
Nasser's in our
Not
hand,
Sadat,
yeah.
Nasser, yeah.
Oh, Nasser's in our hand.
Uh, all right. A lot of things you want to do. I really want to hold on to defectors if we can.
I
Peter,
think
how
it's
do you
either
feel
lone
about
gunman or
two
Europe here,
Argentina,
right?
two Mexico, or do you still want to score Europe?
I'd say Europe or gunman here, personally.
Yeah, I
Probably
feel
Europe.
like, yeah, let's just do
So we're
Europe.
gonna get dominated in CA though.
We get a chance to coup. We'll have two chances to coup.
Okay,
Just
all
keep
right,
that in
cool.
mind.
All right,
Yeah.
I've said enough. I just like to hear my own voice, really.
No, I
That's
mean
not
it's
true.
valid. It's valid. I think we should coup in Mexico ASAP, but I also don't want them to see that we have Europe in our hands.
Totally.
In fact, I don't want them to see anything in our hand because there's more blue cards than red cards out there, and they could have Kennedy and think, oh, they don't have much that's that bad, you know. So
Oh, all right. Well, oh, all right. Now we can't get
jamming.
rid of gunmen. At least can't do it.
Yeah, I think we can
All
still get rid of
right,
it
but I'm
though.
okay with that.
I think it's okay.
Oh,
Where?
wait,
What's the
they've got
status of Duck?
It's discarded.
Duck,
Okay,
Duck is in the distance.
just making sure.
So if we give gunmen here, um, we'd have to put a point into Guatemala for presence, or coup for presence.
What if we went?
I like Guatemala. I think that makes sense because they're not gonna coup us in a non-battleground. I mean, if they do, they have to take two out of Cuba right away.
What's wrong with a Muslim at this point?
I'd like to space it if we can.
Oh, okay.
Um, so
What about just like Willie taking Mexico? We just scored Europe.
Yeah, that's also okay. I'm okay with that.
that's a really good point. I like that. Yeah, I like that. We'll say that's why we scored Europe when we did. We'll make that our
Yeah, it was all logic.
right. Because if they still have to remove two from Cuba.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we put one into wherever for presence, they have to take two out, and we take Cuba right back, unless they put more in there now. ABM, missile, and junta all still out there. Again, not a super urgent thing, but I would like to get one more into UK with special being active.
Yes. Yeah, good memory. Yeah. Definitely need to do that. So get rid of them. They're going to coup.
Yep. Oh no,
Oh,
they're
no,
not.
they don't. Okay, so play deck lets you. Interesting. Um, it lets you remove without having to coup. So, guys, this is an option. Take that.
Is there any chance
Um,
of us scoring kitchen debates if we take Cuba, or no?
uh,
Well, no,
right. You know
because
what?
not if we have to give Allende or Nasser to do it. But we could
Right.
gunman into Cube. Oh, they get to coup now.
They can coup now. Yeah.
I still think we give gunman, right?
Yeah. Let's give gunman now. What do you think? Or do you want to wait?
I like giving it now. What do you think, Josiah?
In your minds, do they have CA scoring in hand or not?
Well, let's see how they played it out. The FlourPower jam suggests that maybe they do.
Yeah.
So let's play it out as if they have CA scoring.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to point out 16 cards is what I just saw. With Salt
Mhm.
being played this turn, I don't think we're going to get a reshuffle. Unless they play Kennedy.
Give us Kennedy because they did space Omit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're right. We're not. I'm not sure if that changes our equation, but it's worth noting.
Right. I think we give Lone Gunman.
All right, I vote for that too.
Okay.
We'll get rid of gunman. It does let them use ME on Muslim, but
It also
Yeah.
means defectors is a known card.
mhm.
That's so it's always, I mean, if we can keep it, that's just like perpetually scaring them, right?
Perpetually shitty headlines. Yeah.
Excellent
Yeah,
We've
point.
got
Excellent point.
yeah. Although they might have one small step, in which case they won't. We won't have P game.
right.
Well,
I
let's
think
hold
I
it.
might be behind on some of the card tracking, but we can confirm that in a little
The
bit.
other thing we haven't talked about is Africa.
Yeah.
If we coup South African states, like Josiah mentioned, that puts us on Africa Dom.
Hmm.
They'll probably coup Zaire right now, though, won't they?
Sure.
Probably. Or they don't because they know our hand's crappy and they'll try to coup with a bigger card. They might have been doing all that Cuba stuff because they have ABM also, which would give them an extra coup.
Okay.
I think we might end up losing Africa after all.
Right. The jam
Right.
of Cuba might have indicated Africa as much as CA, now that I think about it. Or did they jam Mexico?
Jammed Cuba.
Okay.
They de-stalled into Mexico.
You know, it'd be awesome
think
as
we
if
need-
they gave us Camp David Accords and
Nice.
Nasser left Egypt at 2-3.
Let's see. Just I am cognizant of the fact that we gave up Argentina just like you said we shouldn't do. So I am aware of that, but I don't know what else we could have done.
The only other option
Oh,
was to give Muslim.
okay. Do you want to coup Zimbabwe to prevent realigns and put us on Africa Dom?
Don't we want to
Probably,
lower
yeah.
DEFCON?
Do we?
Maybe we
I
don't.
mean,
I mean,
it's under salt, so anything we coup is going to be even worse than normal.
You know, I just realized we could event Muslim and then coup Libya. I mean, after this. Just for...
that's a good, interesting point.
Hmm.
Unless
Yeah,
they missile envy us, well, but
Yeah, I hate doing a two-stab, especially under salt.
yeah, under salt, yeah.
All right, so I vote we just Zimbabwe or either
Yeah.
we coup Zimbabwe or take Cuba. You guys have a preference of one of those two things or the other?
I like Zimbabwe better just because of Africa still being on the table and
Yeah,
they're not
I
going
like
to take
coupping
Cuba.
Zimbabwe better too.
Well, we rolled a one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this means that we can at least counter coup.
Mhm.
Right.
And now that they're in Chile, I guess I don't care about getting rid of Allende.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's less nice.
But that's very
Uh,
coup-backable.
it is. Kitchen or what?
I like Muslim.
Muslim. The gigantic coup?
Well,
I
just
mean, okay, so let's think about this for a
I
second.
want to
They
space
just
Muslim.
played OPEC for a coup.
Yeah.
Uh, Middle East has scored. We probably won't get a reshuffle. I actually don't mind Muslim here. I think that's actually pretty
All
solid
right.
if it preserves domination. But they probably also will get an ABM coup off. Would be my guess.
Yeah, that's my concern.
But even with a four-op coup of Zaire, like they might not hit with
it's a
ABM.
three-op coup of Zaire.
Right. Well, so ABM would also be a three-op coup if they
Oh,
have it.
okay. Fair enough. Fair
The
enough.
opportunity to go to space, if that's which I kind of like.
I don't want them to score Africa Dom.
Okay. All right, so we're eventing Muslim.
I like
Yeah, they
this.
might.
That's what this
Yeah.
is what I would do.
Okay.
It also dissuades. It makes them think twice about missile envy.
Yeah, because now they get nothing. All right, so coup Zaire with Muslim don't roll a one. We rolled a one. And
Perfect.
that's the thing about play deck is like, that's going to make us hit every space shot we play this game and not get caught in a quagmire. I really do think play deck works that way.
Hey,
But
Playdeck saw that we were up 8 points.
yeah,
They're just trying to make it a tight match.
there you go.
How's the board looking overall, though?
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, presence list Middle East.
Camp David's still to come though.
All right, there's the real line. Nothing. All right.
That's
Very nice.
very good.
I like
Very
that.
nice.
Do you want to all right, so do we overprotect Zaire? Do we coup Zimbabwe again?
If they could exploit us not overprotecting Zaire, they would have done it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I also like because of salt. I like actually defectoring one Zaire and one Cameroon. Because if they try to coup Cameroon, I mean, they might have as bad luck as we have, and that protects Zaire even more and gives us that much closer to getting our own dom.
Oh, but I like hanging on to defectors, and giving. Where are we at? All right, we're plenty of mill ops. I like a second shot on Zaire or Zimbabwe rather, because that gives us. Wait, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that doesn't give us Africa Dom.
No, I think to protect Zaire, I think Cameroon and Zaire is the best play. I mean, just because of salt. If we had a better chance at cooing, maybe I'm just paranoid here because we've been rolling so low, but so I mean, we could take another shot at Cameroon. I'm just afraid if we fail again, they're probably going to realign us out.
What if we just did that?
This is what I like. Not worrying about the one op in Zaire, like because I think if they were gonna flip it, they would have done it last AR.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if they have ABM, they. So I like this to prevent
Okay.
realigns.
Yeah, that's fine.
Care whether we use Allende or Kitchen for this, or does it not matter?
No, I think this is. I
Yeah,
don't
I don't
have
think
any
it
dream
matters.
of Kitchen at this point. It's too bad about those dice though, because that op could have gone into Cuba.
I think they might have Ask Not though, possibly like waiting for us to get rid of our crap cards, and they might be able to flip Zaire now. I guess is what I'm saying. If they do
I
though,
didn't think about Ask Not.
if they do though, I think my vote would still be
But
to
they haven't
not.
spaced.
What was that?
They haven't spaced, so I don't think we need to worry about astronaut because they would space that.
Unless they want us to reshuffle. I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
see. I see what you're saying.
And they know it's in our hand, so they would get rid of Nasser and Allende. We can take
Right.
Egypt now. Yeah, so I'm just thinking
No,
out
I see.
loud that I'm not sure we want a reshuffle with War Games still around.
Oh, well,
Interesting.
that's our space roll. All right. So do we Ayendeku, or does it not matter, right?
Well, dang, this is when I want a statistician. They could tell us like our odds of cooing Zimbabwe versus getting realigned out of Zaire. I think our odds
What's
of cooing Zimbabwe are probably better.
You can show the odds of cooing Zimbabwe, right?
Yeah. We gotta roll a 4.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
It's 50-50. What are our odds of surviving realigns? It's got to be worse than 50-50, right?
Worse than 50-50, yeah. All right, you want to coup?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
for lack of a
Or
better
do we
option.
just take the automatic point for Cuba?
I'm okay either way,
There
honestly.
what yeah, what if yeah, I kind of like Cuba actually because they're just going to coup Zaire unless we get grain sales or something like.
I think we just take the bird in the hand.
We're not getting grain sales. We might get ABM though. That'd be great. It doesn't seem like they have it.
Let's not.
Can you
let's
live with
roll
this,
it.
Peter? Because I'm kind of on the fence about it.
No, I like. I think this is good.
Okay.
I will say, like I said before, that I might have missed a card or two when it comes to the tracking. I think. Oh, we got ABM. That's nice. They got missile. Oh, actually, no. There wasn't a reshuffle, right? Yeah, there wasn't a reshuffle.
So
And we get to see her the headline, so maybe we can
score
Africa
Africa.
scoring.
Yeah, get a point.
Okay, so let me. What did we play? We played Allende there at the end, right?
Yep. Here, I'll
All right,
pull it up
let's
for
see
you.
here. There's 2 cards left in the draw, so that's good to know.
What are those 2 cards if you have?
I will try to figure out. I mean, we don't know what they have, so I can't tell you for sure. They probably have Junta.
They probably have
Yeah.
CA scoring.
So it's going to be.
Camp David is nice.
But see, they know we've got defectors, so maybe they don't play Junta. And this gets to me like I know that.
Okay, the only red card left. I will say this: the only red card left is Quagmire. So they either have a lot of mediocre cards or blue cards, or some of both. But Quagmire would be the only red card.
Interesting.
What card am I missing? Oh, Africa. Duh. Okay, so I think. Can you check? Was Colonials played? I think Colonials was played, and I didn't mark it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, they spaced that card.
Oh, they spaced
Yeah,
it.
okay. So I think there's Nixon, Puppets, Special Relationship, Ask Not, 5-Year Plan, Central, UN, How I Learned, Junta, Missile Envy, and Quagmire. So no more 4-ops either.
If they give China, maybe we should think about jamming India in that case.
It probably will because of, well, maybe they'll hold it because they have Mixon.
All right. So what cards of what the cards that are remaining? What cards would we defector?
Quagmire and Junta, maybe?
Yep.
I'm okay. I think I'm okay with giving We Will Bury. I mean, they're going to probably
Missile
play that
Envy.
anyway. Yeah, well, so I'm
Yeah.
saying if...
With ME, I think if they give ME, we score Africa and
Yeah.
we will bury you.
Okay.
Kind of surprised they didn't invent one small step, but
I mean, I know there's a school of thought where the Soviets want to be able to space grain sales in VOA, but okay. So this we defector, right?
I would.
Yep.
Josiah?
Yep.
They're like, well, we'll make you get rid of it.
Now they might be able to take... Maybe the idea was they can get Africa here, but...
Yeah, but we get to coup Zimbabwe before we go for the ABM coup of Zaire.
Zimbabwe coup with what?
Once again, a few 1-ops there.
I mean, we might have to give Korean.
That's not too bad now with I mean...
I want to save Korean for the Quagmire.
Kennedy? Oh, or Quagmire, yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
nice. Excellent.
That's true. Man, if they quag us now and we give Korean, and then we give We Will Bury You, then they could possibly Missile Envy ABMs. Got to be careful about that.
Yeah, probably
We want to get
better
out
to
in the first
use
drive.
ABM sooner rather than later.
So what the hell do we do about the Middle East? I guess that's my big question. Um, what the hell do we do about the Middle East?
Hope it doesn't. Well, we have Camp David, but hope we get war games and it doesn't matter.
Oh, I love that strategy. That's how I approach most of my games. Um,
I mean, okay, I mean, they need 12 ops to take control.
of what?
Middle East. And that's
And
if
they
we
know
lay down in Israel.
and we're gonna event Camp David no matter what. So I mean, I guess we'll get presents.
Probably also
But
event Nasser though.
walk me through the timing of Nasser versus Camp David. Do we do? I guess we do Nasser before Camp David if possible.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the
Oh,
idea would maybe use Nasser to coup Zimbabwe if they coup Zaire, and then we take Zaire back with ABM.
but as I mentioned, I think their hand might be pretty crappy, so there's a chance that we'll get Kennedy out of this, and maybe not at the end. I mean, who knows?
That would be wonderful.
I'm just saying, like maybe we don't spend all of our reds if
See, I think
expecting they might give it to us.
they might give us puppets though.
Yeah, I think
Puppets
they
and a
probably
Saudi
will.
would be great.
Oh wait, we didn't know about that one.
It was on the list.
Oh, okay. All right, they're not giving us back the card. All right. So Nasser coup of Zimbabwe and then ABM coup of Zaire. That feels not so great.
Yeah, maybe we have to coup Cameroon.
On the other hand, what is our chance of getting Panama and CA control? Let's see what that looks
It's a
like.
good question.
All right, 50-50 to take Panama. That's an option. Or Zaire into what? -2 real lines? What are your thoughts here, guys?
I think I like Panama here better because they rolled so high, and anywhere we coup in Africa right now is going to get crazy realigned. So it'd take us two action rounds to actually make Africa more palatable.
Well,
I think I like Panama better.
we could coup Cameroon. It's not hard to coup Cameroon.
Yeah, but then we
No.
also have to be successful on the Zaire coup, and it's 2 turns where they can also 2 action rounds where they can also do something else. I think Panama just makes more
Okay.
long-term sense.
Sure. No, that's fine by me.
Yeah, and there's a good chance that we get to dump. Well, there's a chance that we get to dump Africa with Kennedy, right?
Okay, great point. Okay, then I'm in favor of this. Yeah.
Because they. All right, let's see if let's get a good roll. We get a good roll.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's lose 4 in Africa, get 7 in Central.
So we're gonna do OAS for the final AR, right?
Unless they try to break us in Central or something.
Right, but that was my other thought is that if they jam either Panama, any of our CA battlegrounds, we can repair it with OAS.
Right.
But then we lose like our best possible final AR.
That's true. I'm not saying I want to do that. I'm just saying.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it lets you relax a little bit in that area.
Yeah,
This is-
poke UK.
Sucks. Well, we needed something to do with Nasser anyway. Are you guys okay with this?
Yep.
Oh, what's the status of 5-year plan? Is there a
It's
chance
out
that
there.
they?
Couldn't
Oh.
we?
Yeah,
they could get rid of-
I would rather event. Oh yeah. No, yeah, you're right. You're
Oh,
right.
so
This
they-
is better. This is better.
Central with 5-year plan though, right?
Yeah, they can get rid of it.
Ditch it. So that's not great. I didn't think of that when I was calculating my brilliant plan. All right, we need to get rid of Nasser. Is there anything better to do than take the UK back?
Oh, I like it. I think it's best.
Indonesia, West Germany.
Truman's in our hand,
Oh, good
so
point. Good point. Well, okay, sure.
We got to event Camp David,
mhm.
and we still need a point for presence in Jordan. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
Panama play was good for the purposes of what final scoring, but maybe bad in the short term.
Yeah, I think they're gonna find a way of dealing with that. And if that's the case, I think we can still use OAS probably in Argentina.
Hmm. We also should wait on "We Will Bury You" until we see Miss Lending.
Yep.
Unless they don't have it.
Okay, so we're gonna spade. We're gonna event Camp David. Oh, there's
Well,
Miss
never
Lending.
mind.
Oh, interesting.
Trying to get it off cheap, huh?
Um, all right. There's
Doing
OAS.
doing the final scoring math here. If we get a point for Camp David and we let them discard Central for 3 and we still give up Africa, we would still be in War Games range as a heads up.
I mean, are you okay with giving up 4 points as opposed to Kuwait? The thing is,
Just if we have other things to do with our meager ops, then it's just a point I'm trying to make.
yeah. No, I like.
What
I
are we
like
doing with
Kuwait.
Korea in this turn?
Trying to ditch it to Quagmire or Kennedy.
Okay. Yeah, then I like
I mean,
Truman.
well, here's another option. Um, what do you think of that?
Sure. I mean,
I
Peter,
think it's okay, but I think there's a good chance they're okay to get rid of
Kennedy?
Central to 5-year plan.
Aren't they going to
If
space Kennedy?
probably.
Yeah, so what? If they're going to space
Well,
Kennedy, then like.
but well, here's the thing though. Why would they have played into CA if we assume they have the scoring card, which they may not. But if we assume they have, we have to assume they have it. Otherwise, why put three meaningless points into Central America?
Hoping they can hold it for something else is my only thought, but that
Since
doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Rue.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, it's totally fine if I get voted down. I would give Korea Ku CA.
Peter, what do you think? You're the Korea guy. I'm gonna defer to Peter. Whatever you think you want to do with it is fine with me.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. That's all right. They might not even have
We're eventing it.
Kennedy.
And,
Oh my
oh,
gosh.
oh, I almost had a
Heart
heart
attack.
Oh, God.
Seriously.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's interesting that play. Maybe they don't have a 5-year plan here. You did confirm that it wasn't in the discard pile, right?
Double checking now. Nope, I don't see it.
Interesting.
Oh man, now we want to event Camp David.
For
Gotta
sure.
fix West Germany.
We can at least play Truman in West Germany, I feel like. Just because we're
Efficient.
probably not going to see it again, and it takes 2 ops out. So
Yeah, it's a good reformer play.
Yeah, that's true. And Diver Performer.
it just leaves France a little bit precarious. Oh, Miss Lindy is out. Right. I definitely expected they would play Quagmire before now, but they could also be holding it for AR
You mean next
7
turn?
or something.
Ooh, AR7, yeah.
So we can't. I don't think we can space. We will bury you.
To keep that around. So event that. Oh, boo.
Yeah. Okay.
So we give Africa then, right?
Give Africa, yeah.
Yeah. What were we supposed to do instead of going after Taiwan? Because I feel like that wasn't right. Let's talk about it after the game. I'm sorry. Hmm. Puppets. Okay.
How about one Jordan so we get any
Yes.
presents from Camp David? What do you think about one Czechoslovakia won Indonesia.
I'm good with that. What's
Uh, or
Could also go for Dominican Republic because a coup there. If they couped us in one of those spots, we'd still have control.
I don't care about
uh,
Czechoslovakia at all. I really don't feel the need to put influence in Czech.
Jordan,
okay.
Indonesia, Dominican Republic. Okay, then
Yep.
Jordan, right?
Uh,
Jordan.
sure. Yep, I'm okay with that. That's interesting. I almost always put into check, especially with JP2 evented and but this is
So
what I
I
got you
used to
guys.
do it, and I started a Reddit thread about it, and
Really?
Reddit convinced me that it wasn't that useful.
We are adjacent, anyways. Like, I guess we're adjacent to Jordan and Indonesia too. But I always try to look for those places where we're not adjacent.
Peru would be a consideration in that case.
I was thinking that, but we do have adjacency to Argentina, so
Yeah.
But the idea would be great chilling.
yeah, and we still can with OAS. I mean, we could get adjacency.
All right, so
All
we
right,
and
Camp David time. And we have presents again. Yay!
Yeah, yeah. Um, no reshuffle. Yeah, it'd be nice to get double presents so they can't break us or whatever.
Of course, here it comes.
well, but we get two action rounds in a row.
Unless they play the China card. Does this affect the resh? No, no, we already did that, right?
Yeah. So we all of the late war cards are going to come out, I believe.
Right, and they don't have Quagmire, so we're gonna see how I learned in Quagmire. Okay, fascinating.
They overprotected. Okay, so we have options. We could space We Will Bury You, and then finish up with OAS into Argentina or into Chile.
I like holding Truman because we have headline peak. So if they try to like,
Yeah, I definitely like spacing We'll Bury You because of the possible winning the game here.
Let's go for the winning the game. We do not win the game, or we don't get war game, or we don't
I
get
was
any
in
war
striking distance, yeah.
but yeah, I think having Truman in our hand is going to be great for headline peak.
I agree. Okay, so they don't give the China card. So do
Chile?
you want to break Chile or you want to break Argentina? I like Chile.
Me too.
Yeah, because of Iron Lady also.
Mm-hmm.
You okay with this?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh. Star Wars for Kennedy?
Star Wars seems like the headline. I don't know if.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we have a bunch of crap in here.
We have all the crap. So do we know that they have cards like
They.
yeah.
What were the last two
I
cards
think
in the deck? We drew Quagmire. They drew what?
How I learned.
Okay.
all right, so yeah, so I vote Star Wars. Oh well, we got headline beacon. Um
North Sea is also kind of an appetizing alternative with all this red that we're going to get rid of. We might be able to get another one up on them, but
I
I'm
mean,
totally okay with.
OPEC is in the bin though, isn't it?
Oh, you know what? Because of Aldrich, that's also scary. I think Star Wars is probably the best.
gotta be the headline. So
Yeah.
do we know that they have all of the other late war cards? In other words,
How many cards are left in the deck? There's
8.
8 missing, so they have about half of what's left.
Okay.
They definitely have How I Learned, and we got what did we? Oh no, they might not have How I Learned that because that got shuffled back in, so we can't count on that.
No way, no. I think that how does it work? Did they? Okay, so they got Aldrich. So we're going Star Wars, right?
Definitely going Star Wars.
Oh, and what's great about the Star Wars? Oh, it's even better than regular Kennedy. Star Wars Kennedy is better than regular Kennedy in this case because Aldrich will go first.
Yes, yes.
We'll lose North Sea oil, and
Let's
then
let's
we'll
commit. Let's
Yeah.
commit.
Yeah.
I just want to save time. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right, Josiah. Thanks for keeping us, on track.
Yeah, so they could have
Now,
war
what do we want to
games,
get
they
rid
could
of
have
here?
terrorism, they could have.
No, they didn't necessarily get those though. That's the point Peter was
Oh,
making.
okay.
That there's cards. So like we can. It's likely that they have cards like that, but not guaranteed.
What are we getting rid of here?
I think everything.
Even Truman?
Wait, let's not get rid of Glasnost.
They might get rid of Glasnost.
Oh yeah, good point. They might get rid of it. I mean, I've mixed feelings about Glasnost. I like the idea of a 2-point ABM, but I don't love the idea of giving away 2 points.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's
I
gonna
think
it's
we
gonna flip. I mean, we coup Cameron and we Glasnost Zaire. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm getting a little excited when the odds aren't that great, and it does
Yeah,
involve giving 2 points. True.
I love getting rid of everything. Um,
Well, it certainly
yeah, the
improves our chances of drawing like
All right,
Chernobyl and.
let's see here.
right.
Let me mark off what we got. Kind of losing focus here. Not losing focus, but Iran Contra, Quagmire, Reformer, Chernobyl, Ortega. Hey, there's Ortega. Can make him go away.
It increases our chance of drawing a favorable scoring card.
Well, we're not going to draw any scoring cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we will because how many cards are getting? 1, 2, 3, 4,
No, they're
5.
getting rid of one right here. We'll get 7 back.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So no scoring cards. Okay. Hang on a sec, guys. I gotta go off microphone. My son needs something. Dude, what's up?
Be my stories.
All right, I'll check it out later.
Okay.
Father of the Year Roman right there. Okay, so Poppy don't ask. Last chance for anything you want to keep. Want to keep North Sea?
Not with them getting rid of a card.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I mean, it's a free 3-up, so that's not nothing.
Yeah, I could see a world where we want to hold on to it.
What about Truman? Ditch Truman?
I would.
Go ahead, Josiah.
Yeah, I would pitch it.
And last call on North Sea. My vote would be to keep it, but I could be persuaded one way or the other.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Let's keep it.
Oh, hello, Cal War Games.
Ooh, how I learned Cal. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Or-
so actually, we can probably figure out pretty much everything they have here, which is
Mhm.
exciting. Let's see what we drew. Reagan bombs, war games. They very good chance they have terrorism, so that could be dangerous for us. But
If they coup here, oh, you're saying, Josiah, we play How I Learned so that we can then later on event Cal? Because they're probably going to coup here, right?
So Peter, you know our
there's 10 cards and they have 8, so there should be 2 cards that they don't have.
okay. So what cards do we know they have, or are you still working on that?
I know the 10 cards. Solidarity, Evil Empire, AWACS, Tear Down, Iron Lady, Terrorism, Latin American Debt Crisis, Marine Barracks, Iranian Hostage, and Pershing.
Oh,
are
we
the
don't
10
have a
cards.
good card for Latin America, but also they don't threaten to do anything with it. Could you say the list again?
Yeah, so U.S. cards, Solidarity, Evil Empire, AWACS, Tear Down This Wall, the Iron Lady, Terrorism as a neutral card, and then the 4 USSR cards, Debt Crisis, Marine Barracks, Iranian Hostage, and Pershing.
I'm just curious. They wrote here in the chat, Aldrich says we were supposed to be able to see your hand, but they're joking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it is true. It's different than Gunman.
For the remainder of the turn. No, they're right.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Tell me what we have.
You should write Judge in all caps.
Wait, no, we have to tell them, right?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I think
Well, what's the rule with like CMC like glitches and stuff like that, or like the VR revolt
yeah.
glitch?
Okay, no, this is like an important point. So
I mean, the game, like, yeah, we kind of play
Oh,
with the
nice.
the playdeck glitches as they are.
correct.
But I guess it really matters like how important.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Josiah, that if we were playing over the table, they would be correct, but the default is that you play with the playdeck interface. Okay, so do you want to cal to four, or sorry, how I learned back to four so that we could cal for points and
Why don't we
one?
just do Reagan?
We don't have Reagan. Oh, Reagan.
Yeah,
They Pershing would counter it, and if they tried terrorism to get war games out of our hand, that would also.
Yeah. We also could space North Sea.
That's true. We could we could space North Sea or Chernobyl.
I can't remember a time when that's ever been an issue.
Yeah, I can't either. That's weird.
Okay,
Yeah, if
there's
there's
their.
Pershing.
All right, so I think it's how I learned for. Well, we could just fix Europe first, and then how I learned, and then Cal. What do you think of this?
that's
So
fine with
what if we
me.
did
Yeah.
something?
Sure.
There we go.
Pershing. Okay.
Hey, overprotecting South Korea is starting to look not so irrelevant anymore. Am I right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, right.
Uh, do we want to event how I learned first? Do we want to space Chernobyl first?
Uh, Space Chernobyl.
No, that opens us up to terrorism more.
All right. So
What
it's
the?
how I.
Why?
Because we have fewer cards in our hand when they terrorism. Like, for instance, they. Okay, are you. Do you think that they'll event terrorism after Cal or before Cal?
Oh wait, now here's the thing. They may not have terrorism because they just played Iranian hostage for ops.
That's
If I
true.
have
That's true.
terrorism about them, I I event that. So I don't know if that changes our
I don't know.
calculations,
I don't.
but
I just don't see what we gain by spacing first. I mean, I'm not saying.
Points.
Hmm.
Points. If we
yeah.
space first, we get points one turn, and then they have four cards to hit war games if they have terrorism. If we do how I learned, then we have to play how I learned and then Cal and then war games
Hmm.
to get everything to
Yeah.
work.
Thank you for explaining that to me. Okay, I'm good with spacing.
We don't get it.
Help.
Correct.
Yeah, now we
5, 4, 5. We're also gonna have to coup. Oh, wait a minute. If they don't coup, then what do we do?
we could
Oh
make
no,
it
it's
make it
Cal. Okay, space tear down. Oh, their space works. 4 is what we need to put it to, right?
yes. Yes. I think we're running on the assumption they don't have terrorism. And them playing Iranian hostage crisis kind of reinforced that notion.
I just hope we're not shooting ourselves in the foot as far as final scoring is concerned. Like, I feel like Cal Ops should probably be going into Israel. Um,
Well, we
We
can.
win this right now if they don't have terrorism. I'm 99% sure.
okay. Well, thank you for
I mean, we have to.
helping us get there. Yeah.
If they have terrorism, though, that changes everything, of course.
So if they have terrorism, I think we should. Yeah. So I like two Israel.
Or we take Chile, right? That is that an alternative?
Alternative. Or break Panama? I don't know. Did we just lose headline peak? No, we still have it.
Yeah, I don't think they have terrorism. I think that'd be a no-brainer. Well, or they're just waiting till. I guess they could be waiting, but I also think they would have played Hostage Crisis if they'd had terrorism.
Me too.
So I think this is in the bag. Obviously we don't know for sure, but
Jinxed us.
yeah, right. But last time you thought I jinxed, we actually rolled a 6 instead of a 1, so maybe we should jinx ourselves more often.
I'm so glad that we didn't lose South Korea there.
Oh my gosh.
Peter would have been like all about the "I told you so."
Yeah.
I told you. I think we're okay on time too. I was worried for a second, but we sped it up a bit.
I feel like I've just been watching a lot of Jesse Marshall, and he like always takes South Korea as the U.S., and I guess he's rubbed off on me a little bit.
Yep, sure. Well, that now we coup with it, right?
No, we need the points. We need the points.
Oh, right. Yeah, the points. Of
we
course.
Still get the points, no matter what. They just
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Do not take both parts. Not wrong.
But yeah, that fifth op with China looking real nice right now.
Glad to have China back in case we need it. Where do we coup with Yuri?
Panama?
Panama's pretty good. Looking at the Middle East, and that just seems like a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Egypt.
I don't hate Egypt either.
Oh, we get another point.
You guys pick.
Oh, no, I guess I'll vote Panama.
I still like Egypt.
All right, Egypt it is.
All right, it's the big moment.
Get ready to write GG if you don't see terrorism.
Not. Yeah, there it is.
Damn it!
Okay.
Hey, that's all right. It'll come back.
I mean, when they played that.
Oh!
Oh my gosh! That's hilarious.
Back.
Oh man, it is missile envy. Danger for missile envy now, but.
Yeah, but we will bury you in the discard pile as well. So
True.
And we'll do that.
All right, Junta seemed good.
Junta or tear down.
Tear down's also good, yeah.
Does tear down give us Dom? No.
It does, but it doesn't lower the DEFCON if we realign with it.
Right.
I think Junta's better to lower DEFCON.
It's definitely better.
And yeah. Unless we want them to lower the DEFCON, so because if we lower it, it might be suspicious. I don't know, because I think their impulse would be to coup AR1.
No, I mean, Middle East is still, that's our problem area right there.
Right, I'm saying if we don't lower DEFCON, they'll probably coup before they score Middle East.
Interesting. Also, terrorism is not removed from the game, so it's not impossible. Oh wait, no.
So if we're not doing if we're not lowering the DEFCON, should we headline Usuri then?
Yeah, I think anything that just like gives them other problems other than scoring points, I think makes sense.
Oh wait, walk me through that. I'm not seeing a reason why we wouldn't headline.
If we headline, if we headline junta and we coup with it, great. Now they don't coup and they're free to score points right off the bat. If they think there's a
I
chance
see.
we redo war games, they can score right away. Otherwise, they're just going to coup and
Right.
not make us be responsible about that.
The
So
problem then becomes if they then immediately score Africa or Middle East.
we have Africa. Oh, that we get to see their thing also. Interesting. I
All
keep
right, so
forgetting we
given
have peak.
ABM, I still vote junta.
Well, yeah, now that the DEF CON's going up, I think it's better this way.
Yeah, it might go right back down, but we'll see. I think this is fine. I think this is good. They might take France here,
Yeah, they might.
but we have teardown, so that's not the worst thing
I was thinking the same thing.
if we're unable to play war games.
You want to do our junta into Panama? Yeah, they do take France, you're right.
Yeah, okay, I definitely like junta to Panama is great. All right, let's see if they coup us right back.
All right, they don't.
Okay.
Wanted them to do that. Maybe they'll coup Panama?
Yes, please coup Panama.
Please coup Panama.
See, this is the point I want us to be at, where they have a coup where it's DEFCON 3, where they have oh yeah, we don't want to give them a coup, you know.
Especially with no mill ops.
Yeah. The chances of us redrawing war games were not good, so
No, no. If we do need to coup, you guys have a location and a card in mind?
I like Angola.
Angola coup with
Morad maybe,
Okay.
or we just coup Panama again. But I think Africa's better with us having it in hand.
Hey, we're finally ahead on time.
Oh, look at that.
Port's not looking too bad either.
Until they retake
I mean,
Chile.
Yeah, Europe is a little problematic, but we do have teardown, and that's not a known card because they spaced that before. Speaking of, what are the known cards? We got Marine Barracks, and
What are their known cards? That's a good question.
Latin American Debt Crisis, AWACS, and Solidarity are what I have here, but that would mean that we only drew one of the remaining. Oh, they probably held a couple. Okay.
Oh, so they don't coup. That sucks.
Give us a point, though.
You give us a point. Should we coup Panama?
Yes, let's coup Panama.
Why not
Panama
Africa?
with-
Can we please coup Africa instead?
Sure. NORAD coup of Zaire?
Fine. That's
Why
fine.
not Angola?
Angola, probably, because we have adjacency, right?
Point. All right, I'm on board with this. And we
And we rolled a 1. Fantastic. Man, please don't have missile envy. Or, I mean, yeah, if we will bury you still out there, they probably won't headline it, but.
I think if I'm them, I just take Chile, but been wrong before.
Missile envy is really the. I mean, I'm not even worried about terrorism. Missile envy
No, I'm not
feels
worried
like the
about
only card that really where I'm like starting to get worried.
Or Middle East scoring.
Yes, either of those would blow.
Man, that Angola is kind of disappointing, though. I mean, if we'd taken it, it'd been.
Yeah, then they would have realigned and we could have scored. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and we'd also have the Africa insurance.
And if that wouldn't come up during our space roll, you'd be doing something other than playing Twilight Struggle right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And if they hadn't actually had terrorism when we played all those cards to.
I mean, if we had just had one more op to go into Vietnam and
Oh,
for influence,
yes!
it's influence, guys. It's influence.
We did it. We
I
did
know.
it. I was so paranoid. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well done, players.
I'm gonna
well
stop
done,
the
Team
recording.
PA.